All right, kindergarten, welcome back for another day of math. And today we are working on lesson 8-7, and we're going to be adding numbers up that equal to 10. All right, so before we get started, I need you to grab 10 counters. 10 counters. And what you're going to do, just like yesterday, you're going to gently put them in your hand and shake them and drop them on your table or wherever you're working at. And you are going to count your red counters and your yellow. All right? And you're going to do this 2 times. So I already did it, and to save time, I already wrote my counters out. So the first time you drop it, I want you to put them in a line, and you are going to count how many red you have. You could have a different answer than I do, but I had 5 reds in my first one. So I'm going to write my 5. And then I had 5 yellows. So my equation reads 10 equals 5 plus 5. All right. And then my next counters, I did it again. I picked all 10 of them up and I shook them out again. And this time I had, let's count together. How many reds did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 reds. And then how many yellows did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows. So my two equations were 10 equals 5 plus 5. So 5 plus 5 does equal 10. And then my second answer, I had 10 equals 6 plus 4. And how do you know that equals 10? Well, I'm going to double check my answer just to make sure I got 10. So I'm going to count all of them in one group. That way I know if there's 10 or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is 10 of them. Good. Awesome, awesome. Next page. Now remember, before we flip, you could have different answers. There's a lot of different ways to make 10, kindergarten. So I want you to write your own answers down. All right? Let's go to the next page once you're ready to go. And today, I hope we can remember what these little boxes are called. All right. There is, well, first let's count how many boxes are in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 boxes. If you don't remember what this object is called, it is called a 10 frame. And they had 8 yellows. That is where this came from. And they had 2 reds. And that's where the 2 comes from. All right, we have our 2. And then we have our yellows. All right. Now we're dealing with 10 today. So that means every one of these squares needs to be filled with a counter. Next page. Now you can either get your 2 crayons out or you can use your counters. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is write my name. And now, you know what you should do? You should use your counters and shake them and then see what you get. So I'm going to pretend to shake mine. And I got this for my first answer. How many reds do I have here? You want to know a little quick trick? If the whole 10 frame is filled up and it's all one color, that means there's 10 in here. You can only put 10 counters in here. And they're all red, so I know, oh, Mr. Grund, that's 10. So I have 10 reds. How many yellows do I have? 0 or none. So 10 equals 10 plus 0. So Mr. Grund's favorite way to explain this was if he had 10 Tootsie Rolls and someone gave me 0 more, how many do I have? 10 still, right? Excellent. Now I shook my counters again. And look how many reds I had this time. How many reds do I have? Let's count. 1, 2. How many yellows did I have? Let's count. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now, do I have all my squares filled? Is there a counter in each square? Yes, there is. So that means I know that it equals to 10. So our equation reads 10 equals 2 plus 8. Good job. All right, the last one on this page, same thing. You can pick your counters up and shake again. All right, it's okay if we have different answers. That's just how it works sometimes, because there's a lot of ways to make 10. Oop, I forgot to get my counters. How many reds do I have? Let's count. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many yellows do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10 equals 4 plus 6. Awesome job. All right. Now on 5 and 6, so the hand and the coffee mug, you need to show me 2 different ways to show 10. 2 different ways to break 10 apart. So my first one, we're going to do this. I'm really trying to make you think on this one today, kindergarten, right? How many reds do I have here? 1, 2, 3. How many yellows do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. Now, how many reds do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many yellows do I have? 1, 2, 3. Now it says our equation reads 10 equals 3 plus 7. And now this equation says 10 equals 7 plus 3. Now they are the same because they both equal 10, right? And there's both a 7, right? We both have a 7 and we both have a 3. But are they still different equations? If you said yes, they are, you are correct. Because look, at first there was 3 reds. Now there's how many reds? 7. Right? And then yellows, first there was 7 yellows. And now there's 3 yellows. So even though it looks the same, these two are different. Awesome job. Now, number 7. We really got to be listening carefully. I'll read it. It says, have students color yellow and red counters in the top 10 frame to show the equation. Then have students write the related fact to the given equation, and then color the yellow and red counters in the bottom 10 frame to match the equation they just wrote. Guess what, kindergarten? In number 7, you have to do what I just did, but with a different number. So do you see how these are related? Because they have the same numbers, but the color is different? Oh, bless me. See how they're the same and different? You need to do the same thing, but with this equation. This is your one homework problem for the night, all right? I am not going to tell you how to do it because I think you can do it. And then on our next page, once you're finished with that problem, we can come over here, and now we're using the cubes. And we are just going to make different ways to show 10. All right? You can break 10 cubes to show numbers of pairs for 10. So color the cubes to show 2 groups. All right? So numbers 1 and 2, you can color the cube trains red and yellow to show different numbers of 10, just like what we were doing. So I'm going to color 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red, and 2 yellow. Make sure all your cubes are the same color. Or not the same color. Make sure all your cubes are colored in so you know you have 10. All right, now on number 2, you need to make sure it is different than the top one. So our equation for the top says 10 equals 8 plus 2. Now I'm just going to do that. All right, how many reds do I have? I have 1 red. And let's count how many yellows I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our equation reads 10 equals 1 plus 9. Awesome job. Great job. Next page. Now, same thing for number 3. You're going to show another way to draw or make 10. So I'm going to go I have 1, 2, 3, 4 reds and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellows. Are all my cubes colored in? Yes, they are, so I know I have 10. So our equation reads 10 equals 4 plus 6. Awesome. Now for number 4, you have to color the cube trains red and yellow again. And they must equal up to 10. All right. And then number 5, you are going to write the equation to match the counters in the 10 frame. Actually, we're not going to try confuse us with this one, so we're going to cross out number 5. Don't have to do it. So your 2 homework problems are number 4. And on that, you need to show me a different way to make 10 out of the cubes and write the equation. And then on number number 7, you need to write the kind of the opposite of this equation. Okay, so it was 2 reds and 8 yellows. What's the opposite? Remember, we did this thing. All right, that's your hint. I want to see if you can do it. All right, have a good night. I hope everyone had a great day today, and I look forward to seeing everybody on our Skype meeting tomorrow, or our Zoom meeting. See you then.